Yo, yo, what the fuck is good?
What up?
Okay.
You guys can't fucking fight. This is What Did We Just Fucking Watch? It's your boy, Evan.
It's Pota.
And Bobby here.
And we're here once fucking again with another movie. Guys, how's everything going?
Good, man.
You guys doing good today?
Jeff,
Not bad.
Yeah.
We did a first for our podcast.
Mhm.
We actually went to the movie, saw it in theaters, and now we come directly to do our little review and see how it goes.
Yeah, so here we are. So the movie we saw was the fucking Meg.
The Meg.
The Meg looked
Was it
trash.
Meg or the Meg?
The Meg.
Was it the-
I went in there seeing no fucking previews for this one. Didn't even know Jason Statham was in it. Didn't know what the fuck was it about. Just knew it was gonna be trash. And then knew we just fucking had to peep it. You know what I'm
Am
saying?
I the only one, even though watching throughout the movie, I just couldn't stop thinking of Peter Griffin's daughter, Meg? So I'm
Nah,
just like,
I know what you're
the
talking
Meg.
about.
I was thinking of Smeg.
Yeah,
Every
I
time
know
they said the
oh,
Meg,
that-
I would just picture her,
Yeah,
and then now she's just mauling everybody, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, it was fucking terrible. So all right, let's go around. I guess we can give our first opinion. Who wants to run it first?
Everything around the synopsis? You know?
Well, let's give our overall opinion.
Opinion
Yeah, I
first.
guess
Yeah,
opinion first, and then we'll
Yeah,
run the
alright.
fucking synopsis. So who wants to run it?
I'll go. So, opinion, obviously this movie is fucking terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It was, cookie cutter is a shit. Jason Statham is the cliche badass fucking hero that just doesn't even think about shit. He just goes and fights a goddamn
My
dinosaur
Does it.
by
Does it.
himself.
No reservations. This fucking guy.
Because
Dude.
fuck it.
Yeah.
Because it's the honorable thing to
Yeah.
do. So, this movie was trash.
Yeah.
I think the actors were the worst part about it. Not
My
even the
God.
story, but the main chick, the Asian lady, she was terrible.
So fucking bad.
Her show of emotion was there was nothing there. Everything was. She needs to take a couple acting classes for sure. They should have just fucking put me in a wig. I probably would have done that shit way better than she could have. And I would have sucked his dick too.
Probably would have. But also, give it a rating. What would you give it a rating?
I'd give it probably like 3 cows out of a Seminole.
3 cows out of a. Alright, what was your overall?
Overall opinion, it was just too cliche, like cookie cutter, like Pota said. Like everything you knew that was gonna happen right after that, you guessed 5 minutes before as they're setting the scenes up.
I
Like,
know.
it was so bad. Like I have multiple notes of me, like, oh, here comes this scene, and it happens right after. It's
so
like
fucking dumb.
it was trash. It was boring, and of course Jason Statham just being like, "Fuck it, I'll do."
Classic
Oh,
Statham.
well, I don't want to do anything. I'm not gonna do it, and then
The
does
classic
everything
rugged
good.
exterior, but it's actually the heart of gold and has
I'll
a
never
small
dive again.
bump.
Next thing you know, he's like
He's dying,
hand
yeah.
fighting a megalodon. Like,
It's weird. It has this uncanny ability to put itself in situations to where no matter what happens, I'm not gonna like what they're gonna do with it. Like
Yeah.
with the dog thing. It's
Yeah.
like they killed the
My
fucking
God,
dog.
can't wait to get
And then
to
I
that.
was just as pissed, if not even more, that the dog was still alive.
Mother of fuck.
Yeah,
Wait,
that was
so what would
good.
you rate it? Out of 10?
overall, 4.5. Maybe.
4.5? Oh,
4.5,
that's
better than
that's
mine.
better than I was imagining, yeah. Overall opinion, it was fucking bad. Slow as fuck in the
Took
beginning.
forever. I wanted to pass
Oh
out.
my god, I was like,
Took
how long
fucking,
is
it took fucking forever.
long was it
Acting
actually?
was
How long
bad.
was it? How long was it actually, the movie?
I don't know. I think it was like an hour and a half, solid hour and a half.
Hour and 52 minutes.
Damn, really?
2-hour movie. No wonder. And it felt like it was 7.
Dog, it was
That's
so
how
boring.
slow.
And since it was PG-13, like, there's nothing really to, really look forward to. The deaths were really they were uneventful. Like, they sucked.
They just show somebody sitting there, and then the shark comes, and then they're just gone. Like,
It's fucking
they're
so
not gone, they
dumb.
got eaten. It's like
So
they don't
fucking
show
dumb.
people. Yeah, there's no, people actually getting eaten.
Can we find out? You know what we should start doing? I want to start. We look up the directors and because I want to see what other type of shit they did.
Oh,
So we can kinda
start
compare.
tracking
I can
So
pull
it.
that up right now.
Yeah, just pull it up, please.
Pull up the IMDb.
So yeah, so while we're pulling that up.
Oh, that was
nice.
fast. The director, his name is John Turtletaub. John Turtletaub.
John Rick, you got a nice
Turtletop.
name.
John Turtletop is a fucking horrible movie.
Yeah, let's peep what other
Thanks.
stuff. Let's
Thank
peep what
you.
other stuff he's done.
Okay, let's see what he's done. He has done National Treasure,
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
both 1 and 2,
Okay.
The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
God.
We might have to run that. We might have to fucking run that.
He did Cool Runnings.
That's true. I mean,
That
that's
movie
a
was-
classic. That's a
That's
fucking
a classic, but I
haven't
guarantee you watch
seen
it, you can pull.
Cool Runnings was awesome.
Yeah, that's a classic.
I've never heard of The Phenomenon.
3 fucking ninjas? Do I see 3? Oh my god!
He did 3 Ninjas.
Oh my
The
god!
OG one.
The OG. We might have to run that. That might have to be the one we do with that OG.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Just think about that.
National
Stay tuned
Treasure
next
3.
week, I'm going to be doing
Instinct.
3 ninjas.
Yeah.
That is probably the most notable film out of his entire
damn.
filmography.
But
And-
notably trash ones. Notably very bad
All of
ones.
them, yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my
pretty much.
god. Okay.
And he's got a thing
No
with
wonder
Nicolas
why.
Cage.
No wonder why. this movie.
Yeah, no wonder why. So now, yeah.
Movie about while you were sleeping. It sounds like it was a movie about rape.
Oh my god, probably. But okay, so I'm gonna give this about a fucking 2. I'm gonna give it a 3 just because I like Jason Statham, even though he wasn't the best in this, but it's just classic Jason. You know, the classic fucking same shit, and he just is doing his thing, but... Who was it?
Rainn Wilson. The billionaire dude.
Yeah.
The guy from The Office.
Okay,
He
okay.
plays Dwight Schrute.
Oh, so yeah, I don't watch The Office.
The Rock.
That's what I called him as.
Yeah. So.
But alright, let's fucking I guess we can go ahead and get into it then, right? Oh, who wants to give a synopsis of it? You have to just read that synopsis.
Okay, a massive creature attacks a deep sea submersible, leaving it disabled and trapped with the crew at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. With time running out, rescue diver Jonas Taylor must save the crew in the ocean from itself and an unimaginable threat, a 75-foot long prehistoric shark known as the Megalodon.
Alright, so there's a synopsis, so let's start running down the fucking thing, alright? Opening scene. Opening scene is the people... it's Jason Statham's kind of introduction, right? It's the classic, the opening of like 5 years prior.
His backstory a little bit.
So it's them down there. They're under the surface searching for the Megalodon, and they're down there and they're getting attacked. And Jason Statham is down there doing a rescue.
Well,
mission.
they're not searching for the Megalodon.
Well, they're down there.
Yeah,
They're down there. So they're down there just doing the exploration, and the Megalodon or what we don't know to be the Megalodon yet, destroys them. Jason Statham comes down to save them. And while he's down there, he's trying to save them, but he can't save them all because the Megalodon is going to come and crash into them. So he's got to just take what he can, or else everyone will die. So he leaves some of his friends behind, and of course people are mad. He gets fucking, accused of being a piece of shit, la-di-da, this,
Which
that.
doesn't even make any fucking sense.
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
Okay, so... as soon as he closes the hatch to save the 11 people that are on his little mini submersible, they push away, and in that same instance, the whole submarine just blows the fuck up.
I know, it
so
explodes.
And immediately after that, the crew are like, "Oh, you're such an asshole! You left them behind, motherfucker! If we didn't leave right then and there, we would have been dead."
I know, it didn't make any fucking sense.
They make it such a big deal. They make it such a big deal about him, like, at the movie, like, "Oh, you left those people. You're like this." It's like. Bro, I lost 2 people, but I saved 11.
I know, it's like you have a fucking brain.
You were 11 meters below the fucking surface where nobody can rescue you.
I
saved 11. Yeah, I saved 11 out of fucking 15.
And then
or 13. Jesus.
And then in that first scene, my complaints were, oh my god, there was like 2 or 3 scenes where they just kept zooming in on Jason Statham's face where he'd say things like, oh my god, when like something happened and it zoomed on his face again, it was just like, what? And it's just like doing those classic zooms on him, and then he just makes those comments, and then
those
fucking
long pandering, just like on
and
him,
like,
just to look at his facial expression.
And then like the cinematography in it was just weird. I just didn't know what was going on. I just wasn't a fan of this fucking beginning. Yeah, it was just bad. It was bad. Right?
So at the beginning, it kind of happened fast to the point. It was like you just question what the fuck is happening, and then you're trying to put it together, but it was just put together poorly.
I'm watching right now.
It's crazy. So then it does the jump thing to 5 years later. Oh, before we do it, I forgot. I'm not even zoo. We didn't even cut me.
I mean, it's packed. It's ready to go.
Well, it shows fucking helicopter flying over the ocean.
Music.
Yeah, horrible music.
Music. Did anyone notice the fucking music?
I did not.
You did. It was like a fucking. I thought it was like it reminds me of a Karate Kid. The beginning of the Karate. It was like Shanghai. So now we have to have this like Karate Kid style music. But what makes it think like it's gonna be this movie like a Karate Kid type. It's just this.
They are in the South Pacific.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just fucking.
So yeah, helicopter flying in, montage, 37 angles of this helicopter flying really close to the ocean. Then fucking, it pulls up to like it looks like an oil rig. They pull up and.
What's it called? Mana 1?
Mana 1, yeah. Mana 1 is the research facility out in the middle of the ocean. And he hops out, fucking rocking some Jordans. He's an old white dude. He's an old white guy. He's fucking
Just turns out to
be
Rainn Wilson's character.
Rainn Wilson's character, yeah. He's the billionaire who funds the entire research facility and the marine biology and all that. So he comes in, meets with some of his crew that run the place.
They do a terrible handshake.
Terrible handshake. Weird, awkward, and then
the whole interaction with him and his family.
Then he's like,
oh my god, yeah, him and his family, yes.
Meet my wife and kids. He goes up and starts fucking speaking Mandarin, but he's like, smell my armpit.
The classic thing where the dude is so stupid he can't speak the language but speaks words, but it's not the correct words.
Yeah.
Like that fucking... And it's just
everyone does that.
And he's dressed up like a fucking... Tell me this, Bob.
He's wearing like a blazer, a t-shirt, jeans, and then like Jordans and
like a Ruka hat.
And like
he looks like a 50-year-old fucking skater.
Yeah.
He looks like Eric Dresden.
You know what I'm
saying?
With like a blazer
like
on.
Like an OG, like him and Steve Caballero are
J's,
fucking chilling. Like, it's like, what the fuck?
The hell's a Ruka hat?
RVCA.
Oh, okay.
It's a clothing
line.
My boy Hans. Shout out to my boy Hans. He's putting it on that shit.
What is it pronounced?
Ruka. It's like a U. Yeah, it's weird.
Oh, that's a U?
Yeah, it's supposed to be. So yeah, the rocker dude comes up. Yeah, the fucking interaction with him, and then the fucking do we know the love interest, the Asian woman's name?
Look it up.
Look it up.
Look it up. My phone's gonna die. Like
yeah, but we'll keep going though. So yeah, he meets them, and it's so awkward, and her acting is trash. The daughter's acting. Well, I mean, we don't see yet, but it will be better.
Hers is better than most of the full grown adults in that movie. This
and then
6-year-old.
And then it goes on, and it's doing they're showing the rocker guy, the guy from the audience, the guy from The Office, is, like an audience member. So they're showing us around, and it's reminiscent of, like, Deep Blue Sea style type shit. You know what I mean?
God,
you thought that too?
Yeah, same thing. I didn't think of Deep Blue Sea, but that's the feeling. It's like, come look around our research facility underwater, where it's a movie about giant sharks.
Okay, the leading lady's name is Su-Yin.
Su-Yin. Oh my god, in this part. So, yeah, the rocker goes in to meet the rest of the crew, and then the first person he says hello to is, like, this good-looking chick, but she's like that rocker kind of like short hair, but and then
Ruby Rose.
Okay, and then the dude goes to give her a handshake and just does that classic stares at it, looks at him and doesn't shake his hand because she's supposed to be the fucking badass of the crew.
Rebel.
But her her character I didn't get. First off, she's too fine to be there. She got those tattoos, she's too badass, and her hair looked wet the entire time.
It was literally like wet dread, like
the entire time.
It looked like she like smothered.
She had a whole thing of pomade for each day.
I mean, they're working on the ocean.
No! Fuck that! Because even when her hair was wet, it was like, what the It was exactly the same.
Like,
and then at the end, they make like a hair comment, and she's like, shut up. And I was like, bitch, your hair's been looking like that.
You waited the entire hour and 50-something minutes to get a hair comment on her shitty hair the whole time.
Yeah, but she's hot. She's way too hot to be there.
Ruby Red.
Yeah, Ruby Red.
Ruby Rose.
Ruby Rose.
Yeah,
character's name was Jax.
My dick off.
Yeah, so, yeah. That was pretty nice. So he meets everybody saying what's up. He's the money man behind this whole operation. So he's here to celebrate, because they're there right now to break ground the Marianas Trench. Because they're there to go to the deepest parts of the ocean, right? They think now that the Marianas Trench, what we think now, the Marianas Trench is the deepest part of the ocean. So they're going to go there, and they think that there is actually a deeper part, because there is a thick layer of nitrogen across the bottom, which... Frozen nitrogen that acts as like what we thought was a ground, but which now they're figuring out is just nitrogen. So
you can pass
through it. So this is going to be the first mission down there. So that's what they're there to celebrate. They start packing up, right? They're all going down to the fucking mission. The crew, and it's a female.
They video down to the sub.
Yeah, they video down
to the crew. Giving the crew the last words like Godspeed and all this
doing
while
all
they're
that
on your
classic.
mission.
Yeah. And then so we meet the crew down in the submarine. It's Jason Statham's ex-wife, and then another guy with long hair.
Yeah, this white guy that looks like the Eric from Tim and Eric.
Yeah, he does kind of look. And then this Asian dude that's been in a bunch of other movies.
He's from Heroes. Hiro Nakamura.
Yeah, so it's him, and so we meet them, and they're going down. They're going to be the ones to break ground.
Oh my god, the white guy's character's name is called The Wall.
The Wall. Oh, did anybody remember the scene as they're walking down to that part?
Toshi.
Fucking whales. Perfect. A blue whale and a blue whale baby. They just happen to be
humpbacks. They're humpbacks.
Are they humpbacks?
Humpbacks.
So yeah, 2 humpback whales, a mom and the small whale, and they're just playing around in front of the fucking glass and sitting there chilling, not swimming by, they're just hanging out. And then Rainn Wilson's character, what was his name?
In the movie, his name was Morris.
Yeah, so Rainn Wilson's character Morris, the billionaire that runs it, he's like, "Oh, did you place these whales here just for me?" And she's like, "I might have played a little love song for him." And she's a marine biologist, so obviously she played like some whale songs, but fucking god, how perfect is that? Yeah, so how random was that?
But that was
and he makes a joke about it.
That was for like I said later on in the movie.
Yeah, it's exactly.
They needed a reason to bring something back.
Yeah. I didn't notice that if you didn't tell me that right now.
Yeah.
Where's Lucy? Remember, she's like, "Where's Lucy?" Where's Lucy?
Giving a name
Lucy,
to it
yeah.
gives the attachment, so
Yeah.
it's like, all right, you know,
When
those
come
things are gonna
back,
die.
Yeah, damn,
That's what
nice.
they set it up for.
Damn, I didn't even pick that up until now. I think I was writing.
Because if you just
Yeah,
if you see a whale just swim by, it's like, oh, whale in the ocean. Yeah, you see a whale swim by and you're underwater, it's like, oh, whale swimming by. Oh, that's Lucy and that's her daughter. We've raised them. Da, 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 da. Come back to it later on.
That means
Oh
they're
my
ready
God.
to die.
Yeah, where's the mother? Oh, where's Lucy? She even gets some little.
Yeah,
Where's Rusi? Where's Rusi?
Where's
It's like,
where's
it's
Lucy?
always the red flag, you know they're
Yeah.
gonna die. You know,
You
in
name
experiments, you
something,
never...
name.
Yeah, because
you
they're
never
down
name-
there for experiments, and you
Yeah.
never fucking
So
get attached.
They set it up
Shit
for later on.
dies.
Yeah, and then so they're meeting the crew, right? And they're like, oh, how did the billionaire who runs it asked the captain of the submarine? It's an attractive blonde female, I don't know her name, but fucking, he's like, yeah, how did you learn how to pilot submarines? Certain whale hunter, like whatever fucking place, but I can't say
when she
names.
don't ask her if she torpedoed a fucking whaling ship.
Yeah, and then she's like, I can't name names. Obviously, it's talking about the fucking whale wars show, fucking Sea Shepherds or some
Yeah.
shit. That's the only people that do it. So
But-
they make a joke at that, and he's like,
You talking about Jax?
definitely don't ask her about
Yeah.
torpedoing a whaling
Super
ship.
whack. And
But
their
I
their
don't
whole
think-
interaction is just super lame and seems so fucking forced. I can't believe it. They're friends. The fucking the hero, the guy from Heroes, and the fucking dude with the long hair.
Toshi?
My God, they have the handshake where they do and the fucking their
The big guy with the long hair?
Yeah,
His name was The Wall.
the wall. Yeah, fucking retarded. So okay, so these
Like
pussies.
he's a superhero or some shit.
His ass. So these pussies are fucking sliding down. You know, they're doing their thing. They're going down to the nitrogen wall. They break the fucking wall. What do you know? You know what I mean? They're down there. It's all looking cool.
It looked pretty dope, though. I like that
Yeah, it did
CGI.
look
Like,
sick.
them
It did
traveling
look sick.
around with they dropping like a bunch of lights around, and it just
Yeah.
illuminates this whole entire little tiny area.
Yeah, it's tight. So they throw lights around and of course if these things are going to be affected by light. I mean, mother of God.
I mean,
what
it's
would you
dark
think?
down there. So
I'm saying it's fucking the first thing you think of. It's
Yeah.
like, okay, they're obviously going to be weirdly affected by
Attracted,
light. Like,
yeah.
let's
So
think they have infrared.
Let's
Let's
disrupt
shit.
let's disrupt
We're
the
gonna
environment
ride
and
on
see what
there.
happens.
We're gonna
Infrared, that's
drop-
actually a really good idea. No, you need UV light for infrared, wouldn't you?
What?
Infrared is heat.
Infrared's heat. Or they could use
But
sonar,
everything's
so
which they
old.
did use, but I mean,
They
at
only
least
use
take
they
one
only use
sweep.
sonar and radar when they
what
randomly
I'm
at
saying.
perfect times when the shark was there, but they
Like,
didn't
do
use it
one
any other
sweep with
time.
no
I'm sure
lights.
I'm
Like,
sure
do
there's
one
like-
sweep with no fucking
You don't
lights.
just
If
go
they
to
have-
an unknown environment and just drop lights and just shine
Yeah.
lights on everything. What if those animals get aggressive because of the light and they start going crazy?
The first
You-
thing I thought of was like,
You're like, oh my
they're not
God.
used to lights.
If
Let's
they
drop
had the
50
technology
lights. Let's
to
drop 50
put
lights.
to make manned vessels that go down that deep, they should have the technology to develop some sort of 3D fucking printing sonar
Yeah.
that just literally drop something down there, fucking map out
Scans
the
it, yeah,
entire
scan
fucking
it.
Yeah,
environment.
like that rover. They could have sent that down.
For
Oh,
sure.
the $20 million rover that died in
Got
2
smashed.
seconds.
Yeah, even first, they wouldn't do that in the first place because there would be some sort of protocol to protect the coral reef, and they don't know what's
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah.
That's why I thought that was weird. They use a rover with like.
You're gonna
Tank
disrupt
tracks
the
on it.
environment.
Yeah, they just
You're
gonna kill
underwater. Why
things.
not make a mini submarine with a
And
camera
they just
on it?
left
there's no
those
way they
lights
would do
down
that.
there. Right now, those
Oh,
lights
yeah.
are still down there.
Yeah, they were
Walking on
anchored
the-
too.
Pieces
Like
of
they
shit.
anchored, they
Lines,
were
every single
weighted.
lines
They
go
were
like,
Like,
weighted.
what the fuck? Like, it's like,
Unless
what-
there's some sort of timer
It's
that just
usually-
releases a little fucking bubble and then they just fly up to the fucking surface.
Yeah, I don't think
But
that-
even then, are they gonna wait for those things to come up?
They didn't give a fuck about that shit. I didn't hear a plan about that. Yeah, so, okay, so these people are going down, they're doing their thing, they're throwing lights out, they're exploring, they're thinking everything is sweet, and then, you know, okay, what do you know? They see something on the sonar, oh my fucking god.
It's big.
It's big.
They only noticed it right then and there.
It's big. Yeah.
You couldn't track
How far? Hold on.
the ship on
Then
the
again,
surface.
Do you know how big the I guess the radius of a sonar actually is?
And radar
I don't know,
has
it's true, I do
pretty
not.
far.
I don't know.
Is
I
it?
don't know. I don't know.
But you don't know for sure.
But what
Not
I
exactly.
can guess from that is that if you're going down there, the first thing I would think of in our budget is very good sonar and very good type that. So I'm hoping that they're going down there with that type of thinking. Like,
Yeah,
we
if
need
your
fire-
vessel is that advanced to
'cause
get
I'm-
down there, I'm sure you'd spend the fucking money to get a good sonar equipment, good communication, good everything
Exactly.
at that point.
So they're doing their thing, and then the Megalodon comes and he starts fucking thrashing. Things are not good for these fucking three pieces of shit. They start losing oxygen, and blah blah blah. It's the same kind of scenario that we walked into when we first walked into the movie.
Beating them down, blah blah. Yeah.
Exactly. They are like, oh my god. So they're oxygenless.
They have to figure out an idea how to rescue them. So they decide, oh, I have this idea to get fucking Jason Statham. They go all the way to this place in Thailand where Jonas has been hanging out for a number of years. 5 years. He's been, just hanging out drinking for 5 years, getting shit-faced in Thailand, just living it up. So the director of the operation, named by Mac, played by Cliff Curtis, he and Winston Chow, the character's name is Zhang, they go to try to convince him, essentially, to come and help them save their crew member, because they're the only ones who essentially knows how to save them. He's got the best record on deep-sea diving saves with the most number of people. And so he finally agrees after hearing the video of their last call when they were trying to communicate, and it just cuts off. So he goes there, and on his way there, then the daughter, Su Yin, tries to rescue them herself. So she goes down there solo in her awesome little spaceship.
So before she goes down, she runs out, right? She's running out, and oh my gosh, she's like, I'm gonna go down. She runs out of the fucking doors, and then on the right, her fucking daughter is just sitting there playing with toys on the fucking floor.
In the middle of the hallway.
In the middle of the fucking hallway.
It's nothing.
Which is
fuck it, this is what I'm gonna do right now.
Which is first of her, and I wrote it down that this chick has fucking top security clearance. She can just go to any fucking floor she wants to at will.
She's in the submarine at one point.
Yes!
She's in the submarine before it's about to be
She has no checks and balance. Like this chick.
Like, it's what's her name's daughter? Oh, top secret security room. We have poison in this room that can kill a fucking megalodon in one shot.
Like, I can understand if her character was the type of character to be like all like sneaky and shit like that, just going into random places, climbing all over shit, just kind of being in places where they tell her that she's not supposed to be. But they never established anything like that. No, she has top security clearance.
Yeah. I think we just picked that up. Yeah, right. Like,
it's crazy. It's weird.
The little kid's acting is bad. The mom's doing the goodbye. Whatever. So she goes down there, right? She makes a move. She goes down there. And then what do you know? Fucking Jonas gets convinced, right? So Jonas...
That's his ex-wife, right?
What?
That chick?
The girl that's down there, yeah.
Ex-wife.
Is his ex-wife, yeah.
Yeah, it's his ex-wife who's stuck in the sub, so that's how they use... the recording to...
Oh, yeah, so they tell him...
screaming, Jonas was right, Jonas was
right.
right.
My God, I forgot to get about that. I forgot to write about that.
So, where the last... Right before their intercom's cut out, she's screaming...
So lame.
She's screaming,
Jonas was right!
We need help, and then she screams, Jonas is right! Jonas is right! And then it cuts out, so they use that. It's funny, because they have, little tiny submarines that are on, the boat that you can just take out, rent a jet ski, basically.
Oh, yeah, a bunch of those fucking things.
But that thing went further than it went all the way down to the massive submarine that's stuck in there. It's the furthest distance. We can't rescue these people. She takes a fucking little mini sub with a glass ball and just fucking cruises down there like it's nothing. Like a normal person. What the fuck? We gotta get this special guy to go down there and save her. She went down there by herself in a tiny little submarine. She could have easily hooked up and pulled it back up.
I thought it was completely pointless.
Yeah, and then
pointless.
They come back, they get off the helicopter and they're like, sir.
Wait, hold on, because Jason Statham goes down there first. They're not saved yet.
How does he go down
This is saying he's just arriving.
They're arriving on the helicopter, and they run up to the
None of you guys were concerned about the lack of concern from the father at all?
Yeah, because that's what we're getting at, yeah. So he walks up and he's like, they're getting off the helicopter, everybody comes in and like, oh, doctor, your daughter took a submarine down there to rescue the crew.
Who let her go?
Yeah, he's like, why'd you let her? He goes, why'd you let her go? So she's a marine biologist. She kind of runs.
What the fuck?
She kind of runs this whole place.
I know he's just so sciencey. He's just like
he never shows love. He never shows love for his they never show love. So that's plays into it. But yeah, he's like, oh no, doesn't care. He just goes, who let her do that? Or why'd you let her take a submarine? It's like she's the lead marine biologist on this whole place is basically just her studies and your studies. Like who let her take it? She's gonna take whatever the fuck she wants. It's so dumb. So yeah, they get off. Jason Statham comes. They give him the submarine. He goes and tests it out. And this girl has no security clearance whatsoever. He gets in a submarine. He's about to literally take off in it in a minute. Prepping everything up. Looks over. The little girl's just sitting in the captain's seat in the submarine playing with all the buttons. Doing all this shit. It's like this little kid can literally go anywhere on this entire fucking place. Oh, well, no. Remember, they take him to a physical.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. So they take him to a physical. They psych him out. They're going down the elevator. They're about to get off, and the doctor, the Japanese guy whose daughter went down the sub, he's like, pushes everybody out, and he gets back in with Jason. He's like, tell Doctor, what is his name? Fucking
I have no idea.
Or her, or whatever the fuck his name was. That was the guy who was on the submarine when Jason
Dr. Heller.
Heller.
Dr. Heller.
Yeah, he was on the submarine when
Played
Jason
by Robert
Statham.
Taylor.
When Jason Statham rescued the other people. this guy was on that sub, and he was the main person to get mad when he left his friends behind to save everybody else. So he's the doctor on this expedition, or whatever you want to call it. So he has to go do a physical with him, and it was just a horrible scene.
It was just so
his
lame.
joke about we're in international waters, I can beat the crap out of you if I want to.
My fucking
and everybody's like,
God.
it's true, ha ha. Well, legally, I'm sorry, boss, and like, so he does that. Then he finds out that something crazy happened. They got attacked again, so he leaves the physical. And
then he has to rush down there.
He has to rush. But the doctor gets him on him like, yeah, you left these people down there, starts getting on him, like talking all this shit, because the whole time he's like, he had like oxygen problem from diving so much that it messed his brain up. He started hallucinating. There's nothing down there. Like, he never believed that there was like a giant shark. He just dipped on his friends and let him die.
That's the whole thing.
That's what he thinks
crazy.
The whole time. So I can't. After there's another submarine, they're literally watching video of people screaming, getting attacked by something, screaming Jonas was right. This and that. We're getting attacked by something massive. He's still trying him. As soon as he gets there, he still tries him about leaving those people down there. It's like, bro, there's people dying left and right from this massive shark. Like, people are getting attacked, and you still believe he was hallucinating.
I know.
You're literally the reason you're there now is because there's people stuck at the bottom of the ocean being attacked by something. It's fucking ridiculous.
So he's got an oddly specific job. His job.
Which guy?
Is Jonas Taylor.
Oh,
Jason Taylor. His job is essentially to save people from submarine, from underwater.
Yeah, deep sea rescue.
Deep sea rescue. Deep sea rescue.
Like,
not deep, like, I think regular deep sea is just ocean shit, but this is like thousands and thousands of feet under the fucking surface.
What's a meter? A meter's like 3 feet almost.
3 feet, yeah.
No,
it's a yard. 3 feet's a yard.
3 feet's a yard, it's like a meter.
I don't know what a metric meter is.
Look up how much a meter is.
Alright, so yeah, Jonas is in the doctor. He's getting the physical by the guy that fucking hates him because he was there and he killed everybody. And then he rushes out and he gets into one of those submarines to go down there. And he goes down and he's descending so fast that everyone's all fucking confused. Like, how is he going down? So he's like, okay, I'm taking fucking energy out of here and doing it to this. They're like,
he diverted all the energy from the heating and oxygen system to the engine to shoot him immediately underwater, like
his
miles.
nose starts bleeding. He's
trying to
brain
pop his
damage.
eardrums and blood's coming out of his nose, and he's like,
"Fuck it,
fine.
I'm going down."
He's just so badass that it's okay.
They're like, he's diverting all the power to the fucking thrusters. Oh my god,
what?
He's gonna freeze, he's gonna die. Like all this stuff. Like he looks up at one of the cameras. They go, "Hey, Jonas." He looks back up at the camera and he goes, "Tell Dr. Heller I'm not slowing down." And then that's exactly what they're going to ask him. Like, he needs to slow down because Dr. Heller said your vitals are crazy, you're about to die. And he just looks at the camera right when they're going to ask the question and they're at the surface. He's flying down underneath the ocean and he just looks up.
Yeah, that pressure's got to be insane.
Imagine going on a plane like,
that's insane.
Straight down.
He's just flying. He's just flying down there and it's perfectly fine.
And he just times it perfectly. He's like, tell him that.
Gets down there in literally like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So he
catches up to the other girl down and she left like, so he went and got a physical.
Yeah.
Walked around the fucking.
Unless it's like not in real time, like it's not compared.
I don't know. It was bad.
But yeah, so okay. So then it cuts to the other woman, to the daughter. What's her name again? Sue, right?
Sue Yin.
It cuts to Sue Yu, and it cuts to Sue, and she's trying to tow the other people, right? She's gonna fucking shoot this magnetic thing to the other ship in order to tow them back up, and right before she does, of course, the Megalodon just comes and fucking smacks into her, and I'm thinking, why didn't anyone pick up anything this time? Why was it such a fucking surprise?
Radar, yeah.
That's the first. Everyone should be like, everyone looking at radar. After this, there's like, everyone on radar. No one should not be on fucking radar right now. Like, let's look at everywhere for this.
Something just took out our giant submarine.
Who's not watching radar?
Everybody's watching the fucking arrow or the anchor, but nobody's paying attention to what the fuck is going on around them.
Doesn't make any sense.
It's like as soon as the whole command center just stops like paying attention to the instruments and like, what do we do? There's this. It's like, fucking look. There's obviously something big enough to fucking do it.
Yeah, so then all of a sudden, the squid comes and starts fucking trying to munch Su Yin's fucking little submarine thing. And then all of a sudden the fucking Megalodon comes and fucking munches it and he saves the fucking day. Thank you, Meg. Temporarily. Thank you, Meg. Cue good fucking fun music where you think they're gonna survive. So then, once Jason Statham gets down there, right when he punctures through the surface, he finally decides to tell them, oh yo, kill the lights, it's attracted to the light. It's like, dog, why didn't you fucking tell them that 4 hours ago when you first got there? You would have saved them a whole lot of fucking trouble. You know what I mean? Like, why did you just wait? Like, thanks, bitch.
Make sure that they turn off the fucking lights.
You knew that girl was.
It's a very simple
thing
to say.
They would have been like, makes sense. It's dark. Yeah. Like, they're not used to light. Makes complete sense.
Yeah, that was fucking retarded.
Yeah.
He's like screaming at the girl, like, and no one paid attention to it. It's like, oh, you just told her now as soon as she comes down there. But the shutdown sequence to turn all the lights off takes like 45 seconds. It's like a countdown. It's like 45.
Yeah, it's like they're about to set up a nuclear fucking bomb.
42. It's like, why does it take that long to shut the fucking lights off inside of a fucking submarine?
Doesn't make sense.
And you didn't tell them before then, like at least a minute before she got down there, like, hey, when you punch through, turn your fucking lights off before you get through.
Yeah, for real.
No, you're just jetting it fucking 800 miles an hour down to the bottom. Your brain's about to explode, and you just don't care to tell anybody to turn their fucking lights off.
That's why he's the best, because he withholds a lot of information.
Nobody else knows.
Yeah,
until right when he goes down there to save the day. He's like a superhero that causes a crime and then saves it.
Right before that he goes, I have to divert all the power, so I'll let you know when I'm on the other side. Oh, he shuts the comms. He turns everything off. He turns his comms off. He turns everything off except the motors. He diverted all the power straight to the main thrusters and fucking punched through that.
He's like, I'm gonna show him what the fuck's up.
Didn't even turn off communication. So he's talking. He's like, fucking. Now it's just him. Now he's going rogue. Like he's went in, didn't say anything to anybody. Didn't even let him know that he's doing that shit.
He's like, fuck him. So he goes down there. He releases a bunch of flares, which and then attracts the Megalodon's attention. And Su Yin still wants to help out, save the passengers, and he tells her to fuck off, and essentially hits her escape oxygen tanks and lifts her up towards the surface. What were you going to say, Bobby?
Now Su Yun is safe.
Su Yun is safe.
Oh, no, the fucking giant squid.
We just already said it.
We already talked about that.
Before, yeah.
God, you're Zoo.
So now it's the same, now we're at the same scenario. Jason Statham is down there, same scenario that we were in the beginning of the movie, right? He's saving them. He's bringing them through. He's latched in. You know what I mean? The water is out. It's done. They're hatch to hatch. They're fucking docking. You know what I mean? So he's getting them through, and then first off is his ex-wife, the one with the punctured fucking wound in his stomach. And then the second one, the second one is the bigger dude. You know, and he's getting up there, and oh my god, what do you know? There's no fucking time. The Megalodon is gonna come and smash into them, and he has to make a quick decision, just like in the beginning. Is he gonna leave these? But nah, before he has to make that decision, the little fucking Asian guy sacrifices himself.
Stuffs his little letter into the guy's pocket and pushes him up and shuts the hatch.
And
screams some shit.
And then so then he screams, he makes sure the Megalodon comes to him, and then he ges eaten. And all I can sit back is wonder, it's like, why the fuck did you have to do that? Why didn't you be like, okay, we're gonna get these two for now, hold it down in there, we're gonna unhatch, swim around for about 10 minutes, come back and we'll scoop you back up. Yeah. Did you really need to sacrifice yourself? Like, dog, just hold it down in there for a couple minutes. Maybe you'll survive. Yeah. You survived this time, like, we'll make a round. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Did anyone else think that?
We'll post, if he hits us, and we'll come back and scoop
and we'll latch back on. Is it like a one latch job? I don't know. Oh, he did cut the whole shit, and it was on. So maybe that's why. Damn. Okay.
He had to cut the fucking broken handle off.
Okay. Fuck. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
But that was on the way to get out. Or like from the outside in. What I had the problem with
hatch damage
is when he closed the hatch at the very last minute, but Jason Statham didn't close his hatch. There's two hatches to that fucking doorway. He didn't close it, and they just get rammed.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't know.
So they should have just died immediately from the pressure.
Water would have just sucked in.
Yeah.
Or he closed Jason Statham's hatch and didn't close his.
Maybe.
That's probably what it was.
That's probably what it was.
No,
he's pushing the fat guy up into it. As soon as he pushed him in, he pulled it closed.
He pushed it closed. He had to go in their thing and pull the fucking whole thing over and close it. But he didn't do that.
He posts up in his sub. They get out of their sub, and no one's leaking in. He gets attacked.
Yeah, but this is just one of many I've noticed of people willing to sacrifice themselves.
Like that is a big theme of this movie.
Yeah,
sacrifice.
Fucking like fuck it. Any chance they get, they're like, I'm dying for this person.
They're just ready.
They don't care.
What?
They're diving right in.
Everyone's a fucking hero nowadays, right?
It's insane. It's fucking
either they
insane.
get eaten, or I'm just gonna dive to the shark's mouth. Hey, start moving. I'm diving in the shark's mouth to save you. It's like, people just, what?
And I just realized his wife never got that letter because that fat guy ends up dying.
Well, he went back to the boat, so you don't know if he stored it anywhere else. But
he did. They went back to the station and went out in the boat.
All right.
You just spoiled that.
Good job.
The wall
no, fuck
dies.
you. If you're listening
his
to
name
this,
is the
I'm gonna
wall.
fuck.
His name is the fucking wall.
Fucking
Why
off
is
the
his name
pitch.
the fucking wall?
Because he's fat and piece of shit. That's probably why.
Okay, so then I have a big problem with this fucking next scene. So Soo Yin, like Jason Statham, they all get back up. Soo Yin fucking comes in hot, and she's like, "Oh my god, how could you do this? You're a murderer." It's like, it's literally the
That's
same.
what you do.
But it's literally the exact same situation that happened in the beginning that they just found out was true, that he was telling the truth. But yet, the first thing she decides to do is say, no, he's a terrible person, and accuse him of the exact same thing.
You
like,
left him. You left him.
It's like, bitch, what the fuck?
That's what I had, right?
It's like, what? So yeah, I thought that was extremely fucking, it was fucking dumb.
Oh, so the part where fucking, he pushes him up in the sun. He's like, oh, whatever the fuck his name was, like Soo Yen or whatever the fuck. He's like,
Soo Yin, the chick.
No, the guy who sacrifices himself. He like pushes him up. They shut the hatch, and he's like, "Oh my god, where is he?" Fucking goes straight to his pocket. Pulls out the letter immediately.
What's the first thing you think of?
Immediately.
Yeah, it's like maybe put the letter in my pocket.
Yeah.
Maybe put the letter in my pocket.
Where is he? Oh my god, letter. He must have put it in my pocket.
Oh my god. Yeah,
it's so bad.
So Jason Statham gets back up. The girl fucking Soo Yin tries him, and then he goes in and fucking takes a fucking nice hot shower. Right? He gets out. He's in his fucking towel.
You think he jacked off?
I don't know. That was an intense moment.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys didn't have any problem with them coming from the deepest part of the planet to
The
no
men's?
decompression chamber or anything like
didn't
that?
think of that.
Launched
Didn't
when
think
she
of that.
pulled
That
the
is a
fucking
thing.
tank.
Like
They all have the
you
bends.
need-
Yeah,
The
they have
Sid
the
or
bends.
the Benz.
What
Benz,
the
yeah.
fuck? Like that
She-
doesn't
remember she
exist in
pulled
that
their
universe.
tank? He's like, pull your tanks. You can't
Well,
do
Jason
anything.
Statham is impervious.
Her submarine
Makes me
just
think.
launches. Dude, you're
Yeah.
going from fucking insane
Insane
depths.
pressure.
How do they do that in
Insane.
real life? Like, are you
No,
escorted into
it's-
real life
it's
It
and
takes
then
you
you
like-
hours
to chill,
You have
yeah.
to stop it for a little bit, for
Yeah.
like 45 minutes to an hour, go up a little bit.
for real?
stay.
But sometimes people literally go into decompression chambers.
That's if you have like
Rapid
a rapid
descent?
ascent.
Or a rapid ascent?
You go in there to like save yourself from getting
That's
the
like
bends.
you do that to get out because like it's an emergency, so you go all as fast as you can, then go straight to a decompression chamber.
Yeah,
like,
Have
fucked
you guys
up.
ever gone scuba diving?
Nah, I
Or
want to.
well, okay, scuba diving is one thing. Like snorkeling.
Yeah.
No,
snorkeling.
snorkeling's never mind. I'm thinking backwards.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
scuba diving and shit.
No,
you
I've been
would
scuba diving.
see
Yeah.
that would scare the shit
Oh, I'd
out
be
of
scared.
me.
I'm scared
I
of
would do it,
ocean
but I
stuff.
hate popping my
Shitless,
ears
dude.
underwater.
Yeah.
Like on a plane,
Um,
it's different, but like underwater, I don't know. Like I can't pop my ears. I snorkeled down far as fuck at me and Egg did it back in the day, like out at the pier. We paddled past the pier on a paddleboard, and then we just jumped off and swam all the way to the bottom and grabbed a Bud Light can.
Yeah, bro.
And it was like 27. It was like 20, 30 feet down.
I
We
can't,
swam
bro. That is my biggest
on one
fear.
run.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
terrified of
in-
those creatures.
In a completely different world.
Yeah.
Nothing on me, like unless I go down with like a fucking dagger. What the hell is that gonna
I
do?
don't know. That's why whenever I'd surf, I'd be so
I mean,
sketched about it.
Yeah, for sure, dude. The
So,
fuck?
So Jason Statham, he comes out of the shower, he's in a towel, he's looking Jason Statham like he's fucking
Chiseled,
ripped.
busted
and
out the door.
Sure as
Yeah,
fucking.
she didn't even look at him. She didn't even look at him walking in
She
the door.
walks in the door.
She just walks in the door
She walks
with
in
her head
backwards.
down.
Oh my god!
Like she's trying to act
Backwards, dude.
like she's trying to act all
God.
distracted and shit like that. With her, she's all flustered and stressed out, yada yada yada, and then turn around. Lo and behold, it's him naked with a fucking towel over his
And
cock.
she's shocked, like you didn't, like of course you
oh
saw
my
that
God.
coming. No one walks into someone's room like that, and like, oh my god.
She is mentally playing with her pussy right now.
She reversed 360 into his fucking room.
Yeah, so that, yeah.
Put her just kick my.
So, and she's fucking extremely wet. She's staring at him. She can't fucking, she can't contain herself. She's fucking dripping. And it's not because they just came out from fucking 7 miles underneath the fucking ocean. You know what I mean? So then she finally slides out and like, she's sitting there like fucking flustered, like a 10-year-old is, like to his fucking first crush. She walks out the door and, and then she turns around and she peeks her head to the fucking window and tries to stare at him for a little bit. And it's like, oh.
She keeps coming back. Yeah, she like walks away, takes like a step
the classic
back,
double take.
peeps again, creeps outside of his door, and then someone
It's
else
like
comes. I
she's-
wasn't doing that.
Yeah.
She's
Imagine if that was, I mean.
The guy comes in, she's
yeah.
like, it's not what it seems or whatever.
Oh my god, he's like, oh yeah. And then, like, when does that happen? You meet somebody once, then you get out and like everyone's now in cahoots to have you guys like fuck even your child?
And why
I
does
want to
your
get
bedroom-
that later.
And why does everyone's bedroom have a clear glass
I
window into
know,
their room? He
no
just
one
walked
let
in.
to be naked? I'm like,
Everyone,
what the
she
fuck?
can just stand out there
What
and
if he had
watch
his
the whole
cock
thing.
out and she just like walks and he's like, oh my god. She would have fucking
The window's
fucked him.
clear right there, and you can just walk by everyone's room and scope. So bad.
So after that bullshit, this is what I was talking about. The little girl and her fucking ball have fucking top clearance. They can go anywhere. They're down to the deepest depth. She's going to where there's like a fucking broken submarine for God knows why.
Dude, they cut to a scene where they're all back on the boat or the fucking station thing, and they're sitting there like they pull out all these like books and shit and like pull up the megalodon, like all the information on it, and they're like, "What is that? Oh my god, it's 75 feet long," and they're like, "You guys are in a marine fucking biology thing under the fucking ocean studying like marine creatures. Have you got none of you guys ever heard of what a megalodon is?" I learned about that in elementary school. They're like, "What's a megalodon?" They're all like looking like, "How big is it? What does it do?" Like, holy shit, they're freaking the fuck out like they've never heard of a megalodon before.
I'm sure though it's not like an animal that they like studied.
But you know what a fucking megalodon is.
To be honest,
I've never heard of
I
one.
didn't know what a megalodon is before.
I've never heard of one.
Maybe like a year ago.
But if you're in marine biology,
I understand
you
that.
at least
Yeah.
heard it once in your whole time studying marine life.
Because that's probably the first
That's
question
fair.
you get asked by people. It's like, oh, megalodon.
Yeah, you're
in the shark business?
Yeah, exactly. Like how
So-
none of them knew what the fuck it was.
Yeah, so that little girl and her fucking little electronic ball is just going down into the crazy depths of this place, and then she's into the place where it's all like glass around her, so it's just seeing like the depths of the ocean.
Where
and
you saw the humpback whales at first.
exactly. So you're sitting there, and then oh shit, it's a little ominous. What's going on? It's like this. It's like the shark knows it's in a movie, and it needs to be dramatic. And then little by little, it just gets more and more visible. Like the shark can just sit there, staring at this little girl, like it's able to do what?
It has to
what?
swim to breathe. Like,
Yeah, it's
first
like
of all,
they
has
can't
gills.
sit still. That's that deep blue sea type shit.
He just sits there and posts up in the window, like puts
Yes.
his nose against it, and just sits there and stares into the
Did it
window.
all of a sudden learn how to be dramatic? Like
Yeah.
when did it
know.
ever do that ever before? And it's like, what the fuck? So then it opens its mouth and it like bites the fucking glass shit. Oh my god, the little girl screams. Cut.
Giant fucking mouth.
Yeah, the whole place shakes and everybody freaks out. So then, like, they're upstairs in like the office building, talking, like having a meeting about teaching each other what a megalodon is, and they hear the fucking rumbling. They freak out. They're like, "Oh my god!" And then
And Su Yin's a fucking telepath.
Su Yin just goes,
What's that?
"My daughter."
That's
Yeah,
my daughter.
yeah.
She just goes,
She knows
"My
what's
daughter."
wrong.
Everybody's immediately underwater already, just running through the hallways, finding her, and then what is
Like
it?
of all times to
Jason
have
Statham's never been there, and he takes her down the one cut where the girl went with like it's like under construction. He's like, "No, let's go this way." How do you know where you are? You just got there yesterday.
Granted, when the little girl was down there with the ball, she did see the custodians, and so maybe they saw her, right?
They drove by her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
they
maybe-
did dap her up.
Yeah, maybe they didn't
What's
in the
up,
film. They didn't acknowledge the fact that hey,
Yeah.
she's last saw over here.
But I don't know about you, but if I was on there where there's been multiple massive shark attacks, I'm making sure my daughter is like right fucking next to me
Close by me, yeah.
all times, not fucking down there.
Or
Well, no,
Or
at
you
that
could
point
just
in the
go-
movie, they didn't anticipate them breaking through that
Oh,
trench.
they think they're all
So
still
I
down
would
there.
still be like, okay, we need to still, like, even still, I feel you, that's true.
No, because
So-
of the anomaly that they had found later.
But even still, even though that happened, I'd be like, make sure my daughter's, anything
Yeah.
can happen. My reality has now been tested.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
like, what else can happen at this fucking point? That's what I would
Like
be
now
thinking.
it's just thin layer.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
keeping it from
don't
us
go
now.
down underwater at least. Stay on top. Like it's the first place they'll munch. But all right, so fuck that. Then
Of course,
what goes
of
next?
course, Rainn Wilson wants to fucking profit off. He's like, let's not tell anybody because then everybody's gonna want a piece of this. I'm
Yeah.
like, of course, there's a 75-foot shark eating people. Let's make trying to make money off of it.
Yeah.
How many movies have we seen? All the Jurassic Parks, all this shit.
But-
You can't make money off of these
That's not-
prehistoric
yeah, of
creatures
course
because they're all
you
gonna
could,
fucking
but-
lose it and eat everyone.
Of course
Like
you
they
could,
have
but you
every
know
movie.
it's always gonna go
It
bad.
always goes
Of
bad.
course.
Always.
You can profit off it in the beginning, and then eventually it's gonna fucking eat a bunch of people, and then you're like, shit, Jurassic Park all over again.
So then they start tripping. Now that the fucking shark is breaking through the barrier, it starts attacking ships and things like that, right?
Which
Yeah,
the
it
barrier
takes
is essentially at certain moments there are these underwater hot springs that shoot out really really hot water that break through and act as a fucking tunnel,
A bridge.
a bridge through just above the that nitrogen atmosphere, which is at what like
Negative.
point
That we've
negative
that they've never noticed
negative
before.
1 degree Celsius, which is freezing, which the sharks would die. But yeah, it's an anomaly that they've been working there for long enough to build that entire fucking facility to not notice that
a
these
spring shooting
anomalies
out.
fucking happen
Yeah.
from time to time.
So dumb.
Why didn't you guys research it and just watch it? For
That is
years?
negligent on their part,
Yes.
and
Hey,
they
by the
should
way, there's
be
a-
fired.
What do they gotta
Every
eat?
15 minutes, once a day, there's a gap where it just shoots hot water through
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Anything can
that's not
escape.
important.
That's not important.
Yeah.
We'll just use that to get through, but we don't
Yeah.
care about that 75-foot shark that's coming out. Like, how did none of those been out already?
Yeah.
How has nothing came out until after?
So then the Megalodon starts destroying all these ships, right? And then our main cast, we're on the ship with them, and they start going to this sunken ship. They start going to this sunken ship, and they're like, perusing around, and they see these this wreckage, and then they look at these dead sharks, and they're poking them, and they look like they're so fake. It looks like they're made out of fucking styrofoam. Those dead fucking sharks that they were poking around.
Oh, with no fins on?
Yeah.
There's like
styrofoam.
Yeah, I was like, it looks like a fucking buoy.
They were dead sharks. They were skinning the fins for shark's fin soup.
Yeah. So they
have you guys ever had shark fin soup?
No, but I would.
It's illegal.
It is?
I would be very curious to try it. Like if you ever went to Thailand, because everything's fucking legal in Thailand.
I would try it. If I go there, I'd probably try a little bit.
Damn, I was gonna ask you guys. Okay, so hold on. All right. So given this whole fucking situation is real, and you're in that circumstance, you're in that circumstance, in that fucking facility, and you come up to see the little girl chilling and the giant fucking bite marks that thing left behind. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't your first instinct to be like, all right, I quit, let's get the fuck out of here.
I'm
going to land. I'm going to land right now. I don't want any part in this.
They just hang out in that
Good luck,
cut.
Godspeed, I'm out.
They literally chill in that same spot. They pick up the daughter.
That
and they
would
all
be
hang out.
I'm like,
look at
fuck this.
Look at that. Oh my god. And then that's when the whale comes. That's when the fucking whale comes. They freak out. So everyone goes, boom, just hits it like, oh shit. Yeah. And they freak out and they realize it's the baby
whale. Which brings me up to what I was saying before. Like, the shark knows that where their facility is. That thing is strong enough to at least hit it a couple times where it's gonna fucking do some damage. Why wouldn't it chill by that facility and just haunt them?
No. I don't fucking know. Maybe it's not thinking that much.
So no one leaves that spot they find the girl there and they just post up and hang out. They're like, let's hang out here.
They just sit there.
Look at this giant teeth marks in the glass.
It's not gonna break.
Whale comes. Oh, he just eats the whale and bites it in half in like 2 fucking shakes. Let's all hang out here some more. They didn't leave. Why would you not go up above water?
Yeah, at this point, it's like, what the fuck?
Water.
We're compromised.
I'm curious on how often sharks need to eat. Because that thing ate a lot, right?
I mean, it is a megalodon, so it probably needs a bunch.
It ate 2 whales just in the beginning. A full squid.
No, it ripped the head off the squid. Didn't eat all the tentacles.
But it still ate the head.
Head of the squid.
The head was bigger than the vessel.
But still.
That is a giant vessel.
Yeah. Multiple whales.
It did eat a lot, yeah, so it eats a lot. It's eating a lot. Yeah, and it's got vengeance in its heart.
And it just knows the other people, so he just keeps going after the same people.
Yeah, so...
Instead of just going every other place.
So while they're searching through the wreckage, they see the Megalodon and it starts fucking attacking them. Or it's just not attacking them yet, right? Or it does. And they got the plan, right? They're gonna try to shoot the tracker onto this thing so they can track it. And their plan, because it's going to be too sketchy to do anything else, is that Jason Statham is going to have to jump out and free swim into the water because he won't be making enough, movement and noise to where it's going to fucking notice him and come after him. So that's the fucking plan, right? So he starts swimming. He's attached to a crane with a wire at least. So he starts swimming out there. He has no goggles on, no fins. You know what I mean? But it's straight. But then halfway through, he puts the goggles on for some fucking reason, like they're wet. Like, why didn't you have them on the beginning? Yeah. You know what I mean? But it's retarded. So okay, he's there. He successfully shoots him with the tracker, and then this is my thing, right? So before they left, the whole reason that he went out and did this was because they were like, the shark is attracted to vibrations, quick movement, and all this. And then right after this, they fucking put the fucking crane retractor into like fucking 100th gear and starts fucking pulling him back at like 100 miles an hour. So of course the Megalodon starts getting attracted to him. It's like, what? That's the first thing that they talked about. Why did you do that? It just doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, just reel him in slowly and it would have been a perfectly fucking enacted plan.
Let him swim back himself.
It was so dumb.
Just swim back. We'll pull you really slow and just swim like normal.
And if the shark is attracted to you, which happens now, now they fucking punch the boat. They're going like 100, and they're attracting the thing.
He's underwater, just getting drugged.
And while the Megalodon is right on his fucking ass, and then, oh my god, what happens is the fucking wire gets pulled. Jason Statham flies out of the water. He's into the air. The Megalodon is right behind him. He's about to snap, and then, oh my god, Jason Statham misses. He's on the boat, and the Megalodon doesn't bite him, and he goes back into the water, and it's all like they're all happy and safe, and then I guess the Megalodon is done, and he just leaves.
They just go under the complete assumption that, okay, you're on the boat, everything's fine now.
It's home base.
Let's go make some porridge and a pot of tea type of shit.
Yeah.
It was very hunky dory.
It just didn't make sense, right? It's like, this guy had what? The shark just attacks once and then just goes? Like,
yeah, just get on the boat and everybody should be like, fucking book it! Go! Go! Just freaking out.
Yeah, it was retarded. So the next plan is now they're gonna go there, they're gonna shoot it with the stuff, and now they're gonna use the cage, which they couldn't use before because it took time to hook up.
It took an hour and a half.
It took like an hour.
20 minutes,
yeah.
But they did all that.
It's done. So then Su Yin is gonna be the one to go in it, and this cage is made of fucking like poly fiber. It's not gonna break. It's like a fucking sphere, or it's like a cylinder, right?
The strongest plastic you can ever.
900,000 pounds.
Then she goes down there, and then you notice that everywhere is this fucking unbreakable material, except for the bottom, which is made out of normal grate that looks like it's put together with screwdrivers. It was like, what? And that's the part that starts breaking. Remember, it's coming through the bottom. It's like, why wouldn't you polycarbonate that fucking part too? It's like, it doesn't make sense. What's the point of it if you can get through under it?
It wasn't in the budget.
Yeah, and then of course that starts fucking it up, right?
A billionaire paying what? He would have lost $1.3 billion on that experiment if that didn't work.
And
if that was a solid
I even put a little
ground.
face, like I was like, so
spending billions. You go, yeah, I spent $20 million on that, $20 million on this, $100 million on that.
But skimp on the bottom.
Yeah, the thing is shaped like a beer can, and I told this to Evan while we're watching it in the movie theater. I'm like, $10 bet you that this fucking shark's gonna swallow it like a pill.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened.
That is exactly what attempted to happen. He was trying to fucking swallow it, and Statham was trying to unlock the grate to let the girl out so he can just fucking eat the
when he's about to come
capsule.
in, right? So he's not, because Jason Statham's not in the water. He's not in the water yet, right? So he's on the boat, and then he starts figuring out that all this shit is.
Let me get the Bullerini.
He starts hearing that all this shit's going on, and he looks around, he like whips off a towel, pulls the tank, and he just fucking dives in like he doesn't give a fuck. This dude is just the most badass dude in the world. My God, right? So he dives in to fucking try to save this woman. So while they're on the boat, the fucking cute chick with always wet hair now falls into the boat. She falls into the water. Her hair is wet for real now, and it looks exactly the same. And it takes them like 10 minutes of her swimming around in the water for these people to fucking go and pull her up. Like there's a fucking megalodon in the water. You know what I mean? It's like literally, it's like 3 movie minutes go by, which is like how long in that actual time, like in that fucking point.
Maybe they didn't like her.
Maybe, because then she finally gets.
At last minute, they decided to have like a change of heart.
Yeah, like fucking pull her up, and then so the guy pulls her up and then the megalodon comes and misses the bite of her, and then he goes back underwater, and she's still hung over the side of the boat. She looks at the guy that's holding her and just says thank you, and they have a cute little moment for like 30 seconds, and it's like you're still hanging over the boat. Yeah.
He can still eat half that boat.
Yeah,
and you like what the fuck.
Next.
So next is now they're down there, right? Jonas is down there. He's trying to save her from the unbreakable cage, and it's just so funny. She's just yelling like, "Go back, Jonas! It's not safe for you, Jonas!" And it's just the worst acting.
Did you guys mention the part that she was able to actually get the spearhead with the poison into the shark's mouth?
Yes, she did successfully shoot the poison in his mouth.
Into its mouth. So the shark is still going fucking crazy right now. So the poison has not yet taken effect.
Did you notice as soon as it stuck off something, all the syringes go and they all squirt in at the same time?
Really?
Yeah, it's so bad.
I mean, if they had the technology to make a saucer-looking fucking water submersible that can go deep into the Marianas Trench, then they can
with a gyroscopic sphere in the middle as the pilot.
That was a very big word for you.
All right, so
they did though, right?
They did.
Yeah. Anywhere the ship went, the fucking sphere stayed.
They did, but that was a good word for you.
All right, so Jason Statham gets her out. Right? Jason Statham gets her out, and while he gets her out of the thing, they're like, all right, we're going to set a trap. So they set a piece of bait attached to another crane and another piece of rope.
Piece of fish meat.
Right? So what do you know? The fucking shark comes, eats the bait, knocks another fucker off the fucking boat. Here we are again in the same situation.
Yeah, some fuck ass was holding on to the damn cable. Yeah. He was holding on to the cable. The shark takes the fucking bait, and which yanks the cable, which... You're not supposed to touch the fucking cable, first of all.
Everyone keeps falling in, get back out. Falling in, get back out.
One of the dads.
No, I think it was the fat guy, the wall.
Oh, yeah. No.
He fell in the water multiple times.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he fell there in the first time, then they got him out, and then he fell in the second time. That's when he was chilling.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later.
So then the shark is about to eat Jason Statham and Su Yin, but he can't because the rope is like fucking attached and he can't. And then, oh my God. Then it just cuts to the fucking shark's eyes, and the eyes just roll back, like roll into its head, and I'm just like, Oh my fucking god.
The drugs finally kick in.
Oh my fucking
Perfect
god.
time. As soon as the shark was about to bite them,
Yeah.
the drugs finally kicked in.
Remember she fucking shined a laser in the shark's eye? When she's trying to shoot it, she goes,
In the beginning,
shoot.
she's
When it
aiming
goes,
for the
it
eye.
It goes by, she goes,
like, I'm gonna
shoot it in the eye.
Yeah,
As it's going
so
by
funny.
for 10 minutes, it's literally just going by slowly. I'm gonna shoot it in the eye.
She would have had a no shot regardless.
She
Anyway,
had a
the
fucking
thing was way too far away.
5-foot shark going right by her. She could easily shot any part of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Oh, imagine
then it gets
being
caught. It gets caught, and
on
then
a
fucking
75-foot shark.
Nah, dude, that'd be fucking.
That's
fun.
as big as a yacht.
Yeah. Alright, Pota,
I'd piss.
Shark dies.
No.
Oh,
The shark go. Does it die or does it go unconscious?
Go. It's dead. It's dead.
Okay, it's dead. So they hoist up the shark onto the boat, which
the girl
for me
drowns.
personally,
But she's back. Whatever.
whatever. She's back. It's not important. She's alive. So they hoist up the shark on the boat, which for me, I don't know about you guys immediately, I thought the shark was much larger than that. So I already knew.
I know, it fit on the boat.
So at first, that's why I thought the
took out
shark
the
was
whole back of the boat,
unconscious.
so-
I thought it was unconscious.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna come back.
I thought it was gonna come back and like wiggle around because the wall, the fat dude, was trying to take pictures with it and putting his head in its mouth and stuff like that. And then DJ was the black dude who I actually like as an actor. I think he's funny a lot.
I've liked him in other
He
movies,
was-
but not in this movie.
He was in
U-turn.
Blue Mountain State.
He's in Weeds.
Yeah, he was also in Weeds. He's actually he's really funny. I like him a lot.
Yeah, I do, but I
He
didn't
does a
like
lot of
this.
Vines.
Blue Mountain
He used
State.
to.
Blue Mountain State.
He's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
He's so good. I like him. I want to see him in more stuff. He's really funny.
Yeah.
They this was a big movie for him just to get into, so I can understand why he took the role for sure.
They moved the crane so like the shark fucking moved and scared fucking the wall.
It scared the wall. The wall falls into the water.
Oh my
So the wall,
God.
they're all like laughing, hunky dory and shit like that.
They
It's
got
it's
him.
obviously panning towards the wall, just chilling in the water. Just,
Dog, he's there for like 10 minutes. Like,
yeah,
get
he's just
out.
hanging
Because they're
out.
like they're happy, like we got it, we killed it, so I'm just gonna chill in
Yeah,
the water.
they're-
They think
Bro,
that's
Like,
I-
you obviously know
I'm-
what's about to happen.
I would
for
be
sure.
so terrified to be in the ocean at that point. And all I could thinking, I'd be thinking about is what if there was another one? Like, that is what I would be thinking. And that, I'd be so scared of there being, if there was one, there could
If
possibly
one
be
can
two.
get out, there's gotta
So,
be more.
I'm not gonna swim in the ocean.
It's not the
like,
soul.
I'm getting out.
The sole megalodon, like that's last surviving.
Yeah.
There is one thing that's literally can survive as long as it eats. I forget what thing that is. I know that is a thing.
A turtle.
I
They
don't
live
know.
for like
Tortoises.
hundreds of years. Tortoises.
yeah, they're like 300 years old.
Yeah.
I know jellyfish are technically immortal,
Yeah,
but they don't have a
lobsters
brain.
and Lobsters, crabs, all
So
those are
they're
immortal.
just all nerves.
You know that lobsters, like any like crustacean like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Lobsters can live as long as nothing kills it.
Yeah,
Crabs too, like they'll literally just continue
So
to.
maybe we should eat more lobster, then we can become more like that.
Maybe.
And then I'm gonna name my child Zoidberg, and then he's just gonna have claws.
There we go. So
Like
this
fucking
pussy is
Bubble
fucking.
Boy.
This pussy's just fucking, floating, doing the backstroke, and then the fucking another megalodon comes up, eats him,
Fucking
eats
end
the
the
fucking
shark in
shark,
the same
destroys the fucking boat.
The boat
Did you notice the
falls
boot?
over.
Like
This megalodon was arguably much
That was
larger.
the-
At
than
least
the
3
one-
times.
This was the one that I originally anticipated the size of. Like,
So
this
he
thing
dives.
monstered over the fucking boat
Yeah.
and just took everything with it.
Yeah, so he fucking jumps out of the water, eats the dude in the water, grabs the other megalodon hanging on the back on the crane.
As like if it was bait.
While flying through this, so he eats the dude, eats this megalodon, lands on the back of the boat, and fucking he flies off. He slides off the side of the boat. This boat takes the longest time to slowly just capsize. It took it so long to capsize. If that shark flipped it, it would have won instantly. It would have one motion. It would have fucking flipped over. It took it 10 minutes and just slowly capsized.
Hollywood, bro. They gotta make that shit dramatic,
Oh my
son.
God.
So so this boat is destroyed, right? And then now everyone's picking up the wreckage. They just come to, and I thought it was pretty funny because then Su Yin is going and she's yelling, "Pa, Pa," and then there's subtitles that say "Dad," and it's like, what
You know what Pa
It's like,
means?
what the fuck else would it be? It's like, I started laughing. I'm like, what the fuck? Why are there subtitles for that?
Or Pa.
Yeah, it's like,
Every
language,
language,
whoa. I would have been like,
Pa,
is there a
Pa.
guy named Pa? Maybe I'm like, what?
Yeah,
At this point, you might as well put subtitles for dad and just put father.
Yeah, exactly. So then now some people get back onto the capsized boat. They're on the upside down, but there's still a couple people in the water still. It's the doctor that didn't like Jason Statham, and then the
Ruby
attractive girl Ruby Rose
yeah.
with the wet hair.
hair.
So they're in the fucking ocean. They're in the water, right? They're spread out, and they're just sitting there. And the megalodon is coming up. And they're like, "All right, we gotta slowly go back to the boat. Like that's been in the plan, right?" And then all of a sudden, again, this is the second time of someone willing to sacrifice themselves. The doctor is just like,
you can get there.
You can
Swim
go
fast, yeah.
Yeah, and he
Swim
sacrificed
fast.
himself. He just starts flailing everywhere.
Splashing.
And then he attracts the thing to come and munch him, which was completely pointless because by this time, Ruby Rose has not moved.
If
She
she's still
looks at him
3
getting
feet next
eaten.
to him. They're both next to each other still.
So, and then,
If the shark planned it out well enough, he literally could have ate both of them in one swoop.
yeah, so it was pointless, and then the Megalodon again is done after one bite, swims away, she just swims to the boat perfectly fine. That guy's dead. Like, he had amends to make up with like other people. So I guess did people think like, okay, now he's like a good dude? What did he have to make up for? That he didn't believe Jason Statham? Like, why was he so ready to die?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's my time.
I'm gonna give up my life. It's fine. We only work together for coworkers, friends. My ass, coworkers.
Yeah.
You grow up together?
They all
No,
end
you're
up
fucking
in the water.
coworkers.
They end up in the water. It's like, I don't know why I put this. Like, how is they not called like the military or let anybody else know at this point? Like, they're on their second megalodon already. It's like, all right.
Because he wanted to keep it quiet.
We almost had. It took us for how many people died on the small megalodon, and then they got the huge one. They're like not gonna call him back up. Like not gonna call anybody.
I think the big one was there all along.
That was the OG, but they happened that one. I don't know how to tag that. I don't know how. That was good.
So, then we're still on the boat, right? They're still on the capsized boat. I got more about. Okay, so
there's fucking boats floating in the water.
that's what I was just gonna say.
No,
so
like,
after this, they were all so confused before the guy DJ. Everyone was so fucking. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? And then after this guy gets eaten, the girl gets back on the boat. Then all of a sudden, like, where's this guy? Turns around, he's just swimming to a dinghy. Like,
with the engine on it.
Like he was just perfectly. There's two of them. It was perfectly fine. They hop on and they're fast enough to outrun a fucking 75.
They left from the main's like fucking base, like headquarters thing, like days ago, right? They left the main like fucking marine biology center that they have. They left on a huge boat. Man of One, yeah. They go and track this fucking shark. They're out there for days. People are dying. All this shit's going on. They get in these little dinghies with little 5 horsepower engines. Next thing you know, they're fucking right back at the base on these little dinghies while the helicopter follows them. You could have just scooped them up on the helicopter. What the fuck? How really? The shark was right down like a couple miles from your fucking little base, so you can ride a dinghy back. They've been gone for 3 days probably.
Yeah, those are the best dinghies ever. And while they're on them, it's Ruby Rose, and then DJ are sitting there. And they're together. And then the guy from the office starts talking about something, and then Ruby Rose, what? Yeah, Ruby Rose starts. She looks at DJ and makes a joke like, "Oh, we go faster if we throw him overboard." And they start laughing, and it's like, oh yeah, well, let's slow it down.
Fucking dark.
It's
really
like, bitch,
quick.
people literally have been dying. You just almost beat death, and now you're gonna laugh make these terrible jokes. It's like
that is a very deep sense of humor.
On top of that, 5 minutes before the boat sunk. He threw a ladder overboard, saved her from getting eaten by this giant shark. 2 minutes later, she's like, should we just throw him off the back? It's like, he just saved your life from being eaten by a fucking shark.
Hey man, survival of the fucking fittest.
He's a billionaire. Guess what? He could fucking pay you. He has the money. It's his company that you work for. You're gonna get money. Why would you kill him? And he ends up dying in the end anyway.
Yeah, so now they're on the dinghies. They're going back, and now Soo-yeon is she's hovering over her father. He's laying down. He's about to die. It's a fucking classic death. Doing that last fucking monologue to his daughter, doing all this, and then he just goes and dies. And she has her crying face was so ugly. Oh my god! You guys thought that too?
Jesus.
Oh my god!
She looked more constipated than sad.
Oh my god!
Jeez.
It was so bad.
Like she literally had a fart stuck in her colon and she just couldn't pass.
Nah, dog, it was so
You know?
Yeah, I hated it.
Yeah, that was bad. They pull up. She covers him up with a fucking
so the
blanket.
grandkid doesn't see it.
Tells her daughter that he died.
The typical pose too, like they go up to the top of the stairs and then she puts the daughters to the side. She stands and goes down on one knee, type of typical moment. I don't know. I felt like that was
in a lot of movies. Yeah.
Yeah, that was symbolic, if anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so now Soo-yeon is in her room, and she's sad, of course, because her dad just died. And Jason Statham knocks on the door and walks in, and then they're having this deep conversation about people passing or just crazy things in life that happen, like how do you deal with them, like things like that. They're getting in deep like that. And then at the end of it, it's just like, I feel like she starts hitting on him a little bit. At the end, like, your dad just died, and then at the end, that's deep, like, you're getting emotionally attached, like, or emotional, like, letting your guard down.
They're saying little things, like, in between,
that's a
like...
thing, though.
I'm just saying, but it's like, I mean...
That's how I met my ex at a funeral.
You're covering your...
Yeah,
but covering your sadness with trying to, like,
did that person
distract your mind. But it's like, how can you, like, smash someone that, like, you literally just sat there, you two...
Some people get mauled by sharks.
Yeah. You guys just sat there and watched her dad die together, and then you go into a room, like, an hour or two later, and you're like... Smash?
So now, so now it cuts to Jason Statham's ex-girlfriend, ex-wife. She's in the hospital, like, she's recovering, and she's playing cards with Soo-Yeon's daughter. Jason Statham walks in, and they start talking, and the daughter walks away. And then as she goes away to get a soda, the ex-wife goes, oh yeah, she goes, go ahead, we'll square up when you get back. I just started laughing my ass off. I'm like, oh, she's about to fucking fade this bitch.
She just got stabbed in the kidney. She's about to fight a 6-year-old. She's about to fight a 6-year-old. Alright, yeah, come back with my soda and then we'll square up. Alright, bitch.
And then this fucking 8-year-old, oh my god. They are talking, Jason Statham and his ex-wife, and they start talking about Soo-Yin, and how he likes her, whatever. Now everyone's in cahoots.
Mac told her that they're kind of a thing.
Yeah, so now everyone's trying to get them together, and then even, what do you know, the daughter was eavesdropping, walks in, she's like, oh yeah, my mom does like you. She's fucking wingmanning it for her mom, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
They never talked about liking each other once. They only talked about the shark and everything, and then the only time they ever talked about, like, him and, like, Soo-Yin was through the daughter. Yeah, that's the only time they ever talked about him liking her or her liking him, and then when they met each other, they would just chill and not say anything about it and be weird. So bad.
So now, the guy from the office is telling him...
The part where they're like, he can't move, he's like, I can't move my legs when they pull her dad out of the water. They put him in the little dinghies, and they're fucking hitting it, and he's laying in the dinghy, he's like... He's fucking nuts. Like he snapped his spine and can't feel his legs, and they put him in the bottom of a dinghy, and they're just jumping fucking waves.
Oh my
this guy's
god!
flopping around the bottom of a dinghy with like a soft bottom. So bad his spine was. That's why he died so quick. They're like, we can get him to the hospital. He just can't feel his legs, and he fucking died halfway there because of his fucking spine.
I'm just trauma to the fucking skull. Just bouncing up and down.
Your spine's already severed. Your spinal cord severed.
Little dinghy.
Just getting jerked everywhere.
So they get back, and then the guy from the office, the rocker, he tells everybody that a rescue boat's coming tomorrow. They're getting everyone out of here. Blah blah blah. But psych, he's actually going on a secret covert mission with a couple of helicopters, a couple fucking gats, and he's going over there to fucking take this thing out, so he can make money or whatever the fuck he's doing. So
he's got these weird bombs covered in like life jackets. Or
he's got to explode this mother.
He said every person that gets maimed or hurt by this animal is gonna be a lawsuit against me because it's his company that did the whole research. So he's like, I'm gonna kill the shark myself, so nobody finds out.
So he goes out, there's a helicopter, and he's on the boat. And I'm thinking, first off, that was me, I wouldn't be on the fucking boat.
As a billionaire, why would you do that?
You were just on the boat that got wrecked. Like, I'd be far away, like, I would pay everybody, but go, I'm not
I'd
going.
stay on land.
I'm gonna take another helicopter and go to the crib.
Fuck that, I'd be in my living room watching TV with my dick in one hand and ice cream in the other.
Meg would find you, and he would crawl in line and...
he'd grow legs.
What the fuck? Yeah, and just on blue, like, just, what?
Stupid.
It's so stupid.
So he gets on the tiny ass boat. We don't move in within a mile until they kill it.
Fuck.
Bro, they're literally 200 yards away from where they're fucking blowing shit up. We're not gonna go within a mile until they kill it. Next thing they pan over and there's bombs going off and it's like maybe 300 feet away from them. Alright, let's move in.
Yeah. They're like, it's dead. The helicopter's like, it's dead. It's dead.
Bro, they showed it. It was like the tiniest fucking... like dead creature in the water. Like it wasn't a 75-foot fucking megalodon.
You know why? Because dun dun dun, it's a fucking whale.
And the shark baits him with the whale.
How do you not?
How did the shark
That doesn't make any sense because a whale's fin is horizontal whereas a shark's fin is vertical.
Yeah.
So there is no way in the fucking world that anybody can mistake a whale's fin for a shark's fin.
And this is
tail,
abnormal.
excuse me. Whale's tail and shark's tail.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way.
It's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. I can't even take it. And then it gets fucking worse.
They go and they pull up on the boat. We got it. Go get me one of the couple of those teeth. I'm like, it's a fucking whale. God. There's no teeth. Like, then the guy comes back. Hey, this thing doesn't have any teeth, boss. Oh, I forgot to say it.
You knew that whale fact?
It's like, what?
You knew that whale fact that they didn't have teeth?
Yeah, they have baleen.
They got baleen.
It's like fucking
I did not know that whales had
know that?
I used to
baleen.
be like,
But so it's a fucking whale. Oh my god, they got tricked, which doesn't make any fucking sense. They do this for a living. So
let's get the fuck out of here.
yeah, they get the fuck out of there so fast that what happens is the fucking
boss, the billionaire boss.
What are you talking about now?
You go to get away and the fucking boss flies off the boat and they leave him.
It's a whale. Let's get the fuck out of here. Go. Punch it. He's on the back and he fucking falls off the back of the boat. Hey, stop. Everybody's like, we're staring straight ahead, not looking back at all. And then they just leave the fucking boss. He almost gets eaten.
So fucking stupid.
Look, I missed that part because the shark comes up, almost eats him, and then what? He dives underneath.
I know, he psychs it for some fucking reason.
He goes, ha ha ha, climbs halfway up the whale, still halfway in the water. 2 seconds later, the shark comes back and just fucking eats him anyway. And then leaves his hand. It's like...
I was glad that he died, though.
Yeah, I mean, he
at
had
the end,
to.
it was sketchy. Because like, at
That was
first,
good.
like, when he gave
Because he deserved to, for his stupid-ass decision for being that fucking rich and wanting to hang out on the fucking boat.
Yeah.
But he gave those, the little speech at the end, you know, like, he was like, you know, just watch all this shit
Which
happen.
was apparent bullshit.
It was nice, and then, yeah, then he turned back to a dick. I was like, damn, that sucks, but... Yeah, it's sketchy that he was trying to cover it up so no one else knew.
So, and then I thought this part was super whack. So, now it's the next time we're back to, you know, Jason Statham and them, and then they're like, okay, so now we need to try to figure out how to get the shark. We got to attract the shark, right? How do we get it to go over this place? And then it cuts to Sugi, and she's like, she's holding her iPhone, she goes, you ask it out to dinner. And it's like a fucking whale call or something like that. It's like the fucking lamest joke. And if I was there, I'd be like, I know, like, we're a life or death situation, but that fucking sucked. I'd be like, shut the fuck up.
So bad. Yeah, of course, like, the next plan is like,
but that was...
blow it up. Didn't work and ate him. And then he's like, alright, hey, Ruby Rose or whatever the fuck, Jax, can you hack into the thing and track it?
Oh my god.
So she goes, you're telling me that I have to hack into this company's blah 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 fucking security system and sneak into their GPS tracking device and hack this fucking system? Sure, why not?
Yeah, it's like the guy.
Like, why do you? What's the point of going through all that? Just be like, all right, I guess.
That's the dialogue. That's the dialogue of a Disney Channel movie.
It's like fucking what's it called? What movie I'm trying to think?
I'm not gonna. I didn't see anything wrong with it.
Like
That's something that I would fucking do to you guys.
What?
I would set that whole fucking thing up just to be funny.
That's not funny. You know what's gonna happen. A joke is usually because you don't know what's gonna happen.
Right.
That's like a classic cliche.
I would do the same thing, and you guys would know exactly what's
It's like a blank check scenario. That's what it makes me think of, like
that type of movie.
Yeah,
it's like that cheesy dialogue.
Oh, what? So I have a security,
or like it's like
I have a security code to get into this account. Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
it's so
shit,
fucking dumb.
Shit like that, dude. It was so bad. So you want me to hack into this system?
Sure. Danny G does that type of shit all the time.
Yeah, well, it sucks.
Sucks, Danny G.
So okay, so now it cuts to now it's just like to other people, right? Because now it's like, oh my god, the shark is going to these people infested beaches, and then it cuts to this yacht that has this crew of people at their wedding, right? And then then a few of the people fucking jump off the back, they're swimming in the ocean, and oh my god, the bride, her dog just jumps out of her arms, runs down. Pippin, and then jumps in the water and just starts swimming, and the woman is frantically yelling to grab my dog, Pippin.
And nobody gives a single fuck.
Around. This dog just takes off.
Single
He's
fuck.
Like, what? How many?
And I'm feeling fucking bad for the dog. Like, I know obviously what the hell is gonna happen. And it's like, man, I don't like seeing animals getting fucking eaten and shit like that, especially little cute ones like that.
He's like 30 yards out.
It was like a little Yorkie. You see the
little
boat in the
Yorkie,
background.
like a 15-pound Yorkie.
He literally swims through a group of the people at this wedding party, and the bride's screaming. Fucking just swims out. He's 50, 60 yards out from the boat. You can barely see the yacht in the background. The fucking little Yorkie's still going. No one's grabbed it. And then, of course, the Megalodon comes and fucking...
It eats it. Just say it eats it. So now it's like, because you know everyone's worried the Megalodon is going to go to these beaches that are heavily populated, which they are, which looks super sick. There's like thousands of people.
It must have been like some sort of holiday or some sort of celebration, like their fucking team won in soccer or some shit. Like there was thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of people there flooding the beach, and I don't know about you guys. I don't know how many people you see at the beach go in the water that wear the little fucking floaties and stuff like that, or the platforms, and even like they had fucking people riding in jet skis in the middle of crowds. Like you cannot. I mean, I don't know what those countries, right?
They're in kayaks.
Those countries completely different laws. You don't know what they have.
They're like whipping the kayak.
At the same time, it's like you would think there would be an accident or two where somebody gets caught in a propeller, and you can't have fucking jet skis just roaming through the crowds and shit like that.
Jet skis don't have propellers.
So I thought this was, so at this time, they're showing everyone, and, there's kids, like, jumping off little fucking docks and stuff like that are floating in the water, and this was a joke that I actually thought was fucking pretty funny. So, like, this one kid just starts getting up and he's looking into the horizon, he's got, like, a 300-yard stare, and he's like, oh my god. And then it cuts over and there's just like 3 babes just sitting on the fucking other booth.
That's pretty funny.
That's what I'm saying. I thought that was funny. I was like, yo. Because at first I was like, this guy sees the shark. Yeah, but then I was like,
you see it from thousands of yards away.
He's like freaking out like, oh my god, what is that?
Yeah.
And it cuts over to some hot ass babes.
Like, yeah, it's pretty steez.
He's like, hey yo, come over here. Yeah. He hollers at him. He's like, come over to this side. We got room.
And they're chilling in pretty deep fucking water, like when the camera cuts underneath.
The shark is swimming underneath all of those people the whole time, and nobody saw it.
I know.
You can see their feet right there. They're swimming.
The width of that shark is probably the depth of the water.
So it's a 75-foot shark. How fucking thick? How thick do you think it is as far as height?
A couple 20, 30 feet probably.
Right. So that's got to be at least.
He's swimming the fucking feet.
So that's got to be at least a 50-foot fucking deep thing. Everybody's chilling. Nobody chills like that around like 50-foot deep water.
I know.
That's just weird.
It's like us swimming out past the pier and we all just chill out there.
Scared.
That's how far they were. They showed them out past like the jetties and shit.
If there's like a million people out there, but okay.
If it was real life, the shark would literally be like halfway submerged and just eating people like Pac-Man.
Yeah. Or they'd be riding him because they could be on top of him.
Yeah.
So and he's like going under the water. Then while he's going, there's like the fucking anchors connected to these docks. And he rips the tracker off, and then it starts getting connected to him, and he starts pulling them, and they start smashing together. Everyone now aware of the shark, and fucking havoc is fucking going off. Like, he starts munching people.
Which, of course, is the worst thing to do, when the shark goes off and everybody's fucking making a commotion, making all the vibrating and shit like that, just disturbing the water, attracting the shark, and he's just, munching away.
Yeah, so then, before we were there, the scene before was a little kid left his mom to go. He's like a 4-year-old kid, goes and fucking swims in the water. And at this whole point, it keeps cutting back to him at some point, seeing his reaction. And we're like, oh my god, he's gonna get eaten. But then, the shark finally ends up leaving. But at the end of this, all the commotion, the little kid still has his popsicle and then just eats it.
Out in the middle of the ocean,
continues to eat it like it's nothing.
30 minutes, they've been frantically trying to swim back to shore.
People only react when the shark is there, but once it's gone, they act like it'll never come back. Yeah. That's the common theme.
And this kid still has his fucking popsicle.
Yeah, like, bitch, I would have launched that.
Why would you not have dropped that and started swimming? Like, how do you still have that? I'm like, literally my notes is like, fat kid still eating the popsicle. Like, what the fuck?
You know what his character name was on the
fat
IMDb?
Kid with a popsicle.
No. The Awesome Kid at the Beach.
Awesome. Who the fuck wrote that?
That is the name of the kid's character in the IMDb.
Let me talk to this guy real quick. I know you're fucking listening to the guy that wrote this shit and the guy that credited this. And who the fuck are you to tell that kid's fucking awesome? He's a fucking loser. And you're a fucking loser for writing that. And I'll beat the shit out of you. Cause that kid's not fucking awesome. He sucked. And so do you. That's all I gotta fucking say.
You're a pussy.
You're a bitch.
Don't make movies.
So then now.
You're so hostile.
Yeah. So now like there's like some news helicopters that come and they catch a story of this massive shark. There's 3.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So these 3 helicopters.
Where?
So this
he's here. He was in that movie.
So these 3 helicopters are coming. They're doing their news thing. And then off like a couple 100 yards down, our main cast is battling this fucking guy now. They got torpedoes. They see an explosion. So the helicopters are like, yo, let's go over there and get that. So they go down, and these helicopter guys are so fixated on staring at this fucking shark that they don't see the other helicopters. So they this one collides into another fucking helicopter, which then in turn explodes, goes down and then explodes onto the ship, which everyone's at. And then once again, a boat is exploding and people are in water. It's like these people are so fucking dumb that they can't drive fucking helicopters correctly. And then it's like, what the fuck is going on here?
So there's one thing that these type of movies don't show you or tell you after the fact is the bill on how much damage it's cost.
How many boats have they lost?
Like, you also have to fucking dial in funeral arrangements and stuff like that. That was unexpected. How many people have died? Have to pay the families off. all that technology that essentially just went to shit. Multiple submersibles.
If that mission failed, remember he said he would have lost $1.3 billion just off that. Plus,
well, I mean, I guess the guy's dead, so he really doesn't have to give really much of a shit anyway.
Yeah. Afterwards, they're like, "We'll charge him." He's like, he got eaten by the shark too. So once again, a boat is destroyed. Our people are on the fucking water. Jason Statham once again is gonna be the fucking save the day, the bad boy. He's in that submarine. He's like, somehow he's got like, now he's fashioned his submarine into like a knife on the side of his fucking plane. He got hit the wall when he's going through the caves. Remember?
So now he's got like
smashed the whole side of his sub and had a jagged edge. Right?
Yeah. So now he's like, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking maneuver this. I'm gonna play chicken with this guy.
I'm gonna make him bleed.
Yeah. So tell him what happens.
Yeah, so like they're rating him like, you gotta stop him. You gotta stop the shark. You gotta do it. He's like, no, I'm gonna do it old school. He's like, I'm gonna make him bleed.
Fucking God.
So he already crashed.
You gotta say it in the accent though. I'm going to make him bleed.
Yeah. Sounds more badass than that guy said it.
So he fucking goes and he's fucking deking him and fucking maneuvering around to get a perfect angle. It comes straight at him. Right before the shark's about to eat him, you think he's gonna sacrifice himself because like four people.
I thought it was gonna be another sacrifice.
Because four people, he's like, just go on, guys. I got this. Like he fucking goes, hauls ass straight at the shark's mouth. And you're like, oh fuck, here goes another 6 sacrifice in this movie. He's driving straight into his mouth, and then because remember his torpedo didn't launch before, so I'm like, he's just gonna drive it in there and blow.
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought. He fucking goes right when the shark's about to bite, opens its mouth wide. He fucking pops low and dekes it and twists it aside and fucking
fillets him
with the
side of his
with
fucking
the broken
submarine.
kind of wing. Yeah, so with the broken wing, he fucking just slices him up, his entire belly
gut.
From throat all the way down to tail,
the way down.
And blood is just fucking
somehow this shark is still
everywhere.
Going,
the shark's still going for sure.
Oh,
okay, so he turns around. He finally gets the vessel in his mouth, and he's just crushing and crushing. Jason Statham, the water just starts seeping in, and he's drowning and shit. He's trying to catch his breath, grabbing an oxygen breather and shit like that, and grabbing a little tiny weapon. The shark comes and finally, Jason Statham gets out of the water. He breaks through the glass. And he's holding onto the submersible.
He pulled out a James Bond rebreather. It was just
that was sick.
That thing was dope.
It was like a James Bond rebreather back in like the old James Bond movie when he's like the fucking Lotus underwater, like the Lotus car.
Which it was fake back then, but now that's an actual product. I don't know if it's like on the market now, but I've seen articles saying that it's in production or development.
There's like a little tank that give you a couple minutes of breathing.
Right.
So now that his vehicle's crashed, he's free swimming now, and now he's about to fucking square up with this megalodon, hand to hand combat. Because he's such a fucking G. And he pulls the fucking LL Cool J from Deep Blue Sea, stabs him in his eye real quick, and fucking gets him. Right? And he's almost about to die. He's all cut up, and he's dying, and then what do you know, he pulls he pulls a fucking Snow White or an Aquaman, and all these fucking fish just start coming up and helping him out, like eating this fucking megalodon, like fucking, oh, thanks fucking sea creatures, like what the fuck?
He stabs him a little bit, and then he gets launched, and he stabs him once in the eye. That's when the megalodon fucking catches air, just dips straight up, launches about 200 feet out of the water. So it's a 75-foot fucking shark, so he can launch a couple hundred feet in the air. He launches himself. Jason Statham this whole time is sitting on the fucking side of this thing, holding on by a knife. Fucking crams this metal rod through his fucking eye like as hard as he can. He lands back at the water, so somehow Jason Statham doesn't die from a 100-something foot fall, and this massive shark lands on him. He lands, the shark's slowly dying, like falling. How they're like, there's hammerheads, there's great whites, there's tiger sharks, there's bull sharks. Sharks that don't even exist on that side of the world, that don't even swim over there. Like, it literally turns out there's a million sharks already sitting there waiting.
This scene was this was reminiscent of like one of those stories where it was like, there's this big bully that is fucking whooping everyone's ass, then all of a sudden he gets down, and then the whole town just comes back and starts beating his ass. Like, it was like to that type of shit, and I was just like, what kind of fucking shit is this? It's fucking retarded.
The one guy almost dies from a little shark.
Yeah.
A little shark almost eats him, and then the girl, fucking Sue, comes in the submersible, remember? She has all the people on it, and then they go away, and the next thing you know, this fucking hammerhead. The fucking hammerhead comes and is about to eat Jason Statham, and he's underwater, and then fucking Sue comes and fucking spears it with the fucking submarine.
So yeah, as Jason Statham's coming up, what do you know? Pippin, the fucking dog we thought got munched before, is swimming still, and he fucking picks him up and goes back on.
He doesn't even pick it up.
He doesn't?
No, because then they get scooped up, and all their friends are on that yacht with the bride and groom and all that, the wedding party. They get on that yacht. They're all in normal clothes. They're sitting on the top. They're drinking coffee and tea. Remember, he's like, here's some tea. They're talking to like, man, that was crazy. This and that. They're all in warm clothes. They're all dressed up. Everybody who survived the whole fucking thing, like fucking Jason Statham, the girls, like the kid, and all of a sudden, like the bride is just sitting on the end of the boat, and she just reaches out. She goes, "Oh my god!" and pulls fucking Pippin out of the water. So they drove by Pippin and they let it keep swimming. They didn't even attempt to scoop it up. A couple hours
got
later,
some stamina.
A couple hours later, these people warm up. They get out of the water. They're in different clothes. They're all sitting up on the top of these people's yacht together.
Pippin's got to be fucking exhausted.
Yeah, and Pippin just hops out. They scoop Pippin right back up, and he's back on the boat again.
Pippin.
So after that, what do you know? The fucking movie's got the goddamn over. Everyone's fucking chilling.
Hello, Pippin.
Everyone's fucking chilling, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean?
Oh my god. So like it cuts, and then it goes to like a scene where it's like dun, 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 like crazy dramatic music, and it like zooms into like the water kind of.
And then it ends with the worst pun ever.
You would think that like a
like
shark would pop up
another
or
shark,
something,
and it just cuts to black and just says
how's that
fin.
a pun?
Fin.
Oh yeah.
And then just says fin. That's it.
That was actually a good pun.
What?
That's good.
Fin, like shark fin.
Yes.
Of course they're gonna fucking use it. Why wouldn't they use it?
Fin.
Stupid. So fucking dumb. So yeah, shitty ass movie. Jason Statham beat the shit out of you.
There's another shark out there. It's gonna be fucking.
Yeah, and that leaves it up to our
fucking Schmegma 2.
Fuck no.
No, I'm sure there probably is gonna be a sequel because this actually did really good in the box office.
What? I don't fuck. Make it rated R.
You got a box office. You have a box office. You fucking pussy.
Nice fucking movie.
I can't read. You guys are all pussies. Leave some comments. Talk shit to us.
Yo,
you guys
email.
Are fucking pussies.
What did we just watch at yahoo.com?
Yeah.
See what the fuck is good.
Give us some suggestions.
Yeah.
None of you guys can fight.
New and old. We don't care where they come from.
Send a movie.
I mean,
we'll fucking watch it.
I'm not trying to watch a movie from like 1950s, but if it's suggested and highly requested, then sure.
See what's good.
But.
Yeah, it should suck.
If it sucks, it better suck really bad for us to laugh our dicks off.
God, yeah. Alright, you fucking pieces of shit. This was What Did We Just Watch? I'm fucking Evan. Same piece.
Pota.
I'm Bobby. You guys can't fight.
You guys are pussies. No one here can fight except for me.
Sunny
Can't fight.
Jim.
I can fight really well.
It's like you can't fight at all.